When you're far, far from the west coast of the United States and you're craving an In-N-Out double animal style, the only thing you can do is to try to make it yourself here in Croatia. What's up guys, welcome to Freely Roaming. My name is Dan. My family of 5 and I have been traveling full-time around the world in our home on wheels since 2008. We've been across more than 30 countries on 4 continents while sharing our adventures as Molly Mish. You can find our travel vlogs at youtube.com/mollymish. We created this channel to share with you everything we've learned since the beginning about this nomadic overland traveling lifestyle. Subscribe for new uploads every week. In today's video, I'm going to show you how I overcame my cravings for an In-N-Out double animal style and was able to create it all from scratch using local ingredients that I can find here in Croatia. Okay, today we're gonna make an In-N-Out double animal style. And the double animal style is probably the worst kept secret in the world, at least in the burger world. The animal style is a secret, supposedly secret menu item, but it's not that secret. But a lot of you who order it may not know what makes it animal style. So in recreating it, I'm going to show you exactly what they do to make it animal style. Part of traveling around the world is not being able to get to your favorite restaurants back at home and eating your favorite foods. Luckily, double animal style from In-N-Out is one of my favorites, if not the favorite food that I miss. And it's fairly standard ingredients. So we have buns. It's not going to be the exact same bun, but it's similar. It's a seedless hamburger bun. We have beef, processed American cheese. This is the brand we have here. Tomato, onion, iceberg lettuce, mayonnaise, ketchup, pickles. It's actually kind of a relish and pickle, but this is the kind of pickles we have here, smaller ones than your usual dill pickle. And then salt, pepper. Let's see what else. I think that's pretty much it. And butter, obviously, for cooking down the onions and also toasting the buns. Really important part. And I got some wax paper because I don't have the paper In-N-Out uses to wrap their burgers. Wrapping these burgers is really important. It really completes the experience. So you have to wrap these burgers for it to, you know, not sort of explode on you, go everywhere. Okay, so the first thing you gotta do is you gotta dice these onions. They gotta be diced really small and they need to be caramelized. So I'm gonna do that. I could cook these inside the van, but since we're at a campground here and we have electricity, we've got an induction stove and it's a nice day out, I decided to cook outside. And also frying burgers is, it's kind of messy and kind of gets grease everywhere. So cooking outside is much easier for just being able to clean up later. Okay, as you can see, I did 2 whole onions here. And that's because these onions are gonna cook down into almost nothing. So I'm gonna have to get this going because it's gonna take quite a while. It's gonna take probably like a half an hour. And to help with that, I'm gonna throw a little butter in there. Maybe this much butter. About that much butter. Goes right in. And turn it all the way up to get it up to temperature, and then I'll bring it down to let it caramelize. Okay, so while that's happening, I'm going to chop up some pickles. That's gonna go into my spread, the In-N-Out spread. which is basically, their hamburger spread is similar to like fry sauce, you know? There's several recipes you can find online that talks about what goes in it. It is essentially 3 parts mayonnaise, 1 part ketchup, and you just kind of eyeball the amount of relish and vinegar you put in to get it just right. So I don't have relish, but I have pickles, so I'm gonna chop up these pickles really small. Bring this down to half. I'm gonna chop up these pickles really small to kind of make my own relish. So let's do that. I'm also gonna need some pickles that I need to slice up to put it on the burger later, because animal style does come with pickles. And now that this is hot and I can hear it sizzling, I'm gonna give it some salt. That's gonna help get the liquids out of the onions. You use white or yellow onions, not red onions. That is what In-N-Out uses. They use yellow onions, I believe. We're gonna let that do its thing, and we'll keep on preparing the ingredients to make our spread. This is gonna be pretty fine, because it's gonna like more or less disappear into the spread. So we want this to be really fine. This is a lot of chopped pickles. I'm not gonna need all that. In fact, I probably could have gotten away with using half of these little pickles, but we'll save them for something else. So for this, we're going to make the base of our spread, which is 1/3 mayonnaise. Okay, that's about 1/3 mayonnaise. I mean, 3 parts mayonnaise and 1 part ketchup. However much mayonnaise I have here, I'm gonna do 1/3 of that amount in ketchup, which I'm just eyeballing. And well, that's about right. That's a little too hot. I'm gonna turn it down. We don't want it to burn. We want it to slowly cook down. Okay, so into this, we're gonna add maybe about that much chopped pickles. And then just a splash of the pickle juice. Then we'll see how that looks. Smells like In-N-Out spread. I'm gonna give it a taste. Tastes like In-N-Out spread. So that's ready. There's that. Okay, so let's prep the rest of the cold ingredients, which is going to be lettuce, tomatoes, and I think that's it. Well, In-N-Out, so animal style gives you grilled onions or caramelized grilled saute onions. You can also get it whole raw onions if you want. You can also get whole grilled onions. There's a bunch of different onion styles that you can get. So I have just an extra half an onion here we're gonna make a few of these, but on this video, I'm just gonna make one. But I'm gonna save some of this just in case somebody wants raw onions on theirs. We found the world's smallest head of iceberg lettuce. I don't know why it's so small, but this is just what we found. In-N-Out uses iceberg lettuce, and it's not shredded. You want them to be big leaves of iceberg lettuce. So I'm gonna just try to peel back these leaves as much as I can without having it fall apart on me. And for those of you that also know about their protein style, which uses whole leaves like this as buns, which you can also do if you are on a low carb diet. So I'm just gonna leaf some of these. It's a small head of lettuce, so I'm not gonna get too many leaves. That's about all I'm gonna get. Okay, and then, really important, what makes In-N-Out one of the best burger places is just how fresh their ingredients are. So they use really fresh tomatoes. And if you go to like another fast food restaurant, I'm not gonna name any names, but some of their tomatoes on their burgers taste like cardboard. Not In-N-Out. Nothing's ever frozen, and they get deliveries all the time. For the tomatoes, you want nice, big, thick slices of tomatoes. Like that. Okay, so we got tomatoes prepped. And then I just took one more of these small pickles. I'm gonna just slice them. But again, these are not the dill pickles that you normally would get, but they'll do the trick. We're talking about cooking foods you like from home when you're not there. So we do the best we can, and we'll see how this turns out at the end. It's getting there. Not quite. A lot of people, when they make In-N-Out burgers at home, In-N-Out style burgers at home, one of the biggest mistakes I see is not letting their caramelized chopped onions cook down far enough. You want it to be really dark. Okay, some more prepping we can do here. These buns we get here in Croatia, they're decent buns. They're decent kind of grocery store style buns, but they're not cut. So we have to cut these. I'm gonna do one for now. Buy the best, softest hamburger buns that you can. I don't have many choices, so this is what I got. We'll set that aside. That's gonna be toasted later. And for now, we're gonna deal with the meat. I don't have many choices for ground beef, so whatever ground beef I was able to find is what I'm using. So this is not gonna be as good as the beef that In-N-Out uses. One of the things that you really take for granted when you're not in the US is how good quality the beef is and the choices that you have. This is about a pound. And the thing about In-N-Out is that they have their patties actually really thin, relatively small in size. That's why a double-double is not like a huge half-pound burger. So the patties are less than a quarter pound. So because this is about a pound, I'm gonna make probably 6 patties out of a pound of meat. So each double-double will be about a 1/3 pound of meat pre-cooked. So let me portion that out. Meanwhile, stir the onions, getting very close. I'm just gonna go in with my hands. A third is about that. This is about a 1/3 pound. And then I'm gonna split that into 2. That's probably still bigger than In-N-Out's patties. And then what you wanna do, you wanna flatten this out really thin. What makes In-N-Out's burger really good is how thin the patties are, and the thinness of the patties gives you super crispy edges. Get you kind of those like crispy, lacy edges when they cook it on the griddle. So in order to do it right, it's gotta be a thin patty. So the trick to do that is to get some wax paper. We got these really awesome handmade, hand-forged scissors from Sweden 2 years ago. We call them our Viking scissors. Okay, you get some wax paper, you put the meat onto one side, and you fold it over like a book, and then you smash it into paper. See how you can smash it really thin in the paper and not get your hand super dirty. If you have like a tortilla press, it's a really good use of a tortilla press too. Throw that in there. Look at that, super thin patty. That's what you want for an In-N-Out burger. No crazy seasoning when we cook it. Just gonna be salt and pepper on one side, and then mustard on the other side, because part of animal style is frying one side using mustard. It's gonna be tricky to make this burger here because I can only fry one burger at a time. I don't have a bigger skillet. I just have this small Dutch oven. All right, that's ready to go on deck. I think my onions are more or less ready. Look at these onions. You want it to be like that. I'm gonna get these onions out. The order of operations here will be: first, toast the buns. Ideally, do them on a big griddle so you can toast your buns as your burger is about to be done, and then they'll be ready at the same time. But in our case, well, actually probably what I'll do is I'll cook the burgers first. That way the burgers will have a little time to sort of rest while we finish the buns off. Yeah, that's a good idea. You want it pretty hot. I'm gonna let this heat up a little bit. In the meantime, make sure all my ingredients are ready. I got my pepper, I got my salt, got my butter, which is gonna go on the buns. Because this is an induction stove, it heats up really, really fast. So let's go in with patty number 1. I don't know how I'm gonna flip this, so we'll see what happens. We're gonna hit it with a little salt, ground pepper. Well, this is really fine. You wanna use the more coarse stuff. Fresh ground if you can, but this is what I got. Get your spatula ready. Cooking really fast. And then you want to go and just do a bit of mustard on there, and then kind of smear it around, even it out. Because it's a really thin patty, it's going to cook really fast. As you see the edges browning, it's going to be ready to flip. So let's see how I can get this to work. Oh yeah. Mustard fry. There it is. And right when you flip, throw the cheese on. Make sure it's processed American cheese, nothing fancy. After all, you're not making your burger, you're making In-N-Out's double-double. If you can at this point, the cheese isn't melted enough, you can cover it, splash a little water in there to kind of steam the cheese so it's meltier. I think that patty is done. That is a mustard fried patty. You can see all the mustard that's down here. All right, the next one going in. This one I'm gonna do I'm gonna pre-season the side that I'm throwing down. Salt, just a little bit of pepper, and it goes. And then, while it's in there, mustard. And while we're waiting here, let's butter these buns. Let this melt on the side. Okay, so for a double-double, they put the onions between the two patties, I believe. So I'm gonna put some onions right here on top of this patty. Okay, I think this one's gonna be ready to flip. Flip. And on goes the cheese. And I think this patty's ready. Throw that on there. Scrape down. Okay, now we're gonna grill the bottom bun. Put some more butter on the bottom of this Dutch oven. Grill that. One of In-N-Out's signatures is how nicely toasted the buns are. So you gotta make sure it's toasted. Maybe just a bit more. Okay, that's the bottom. Now let's do the top. While we're waiting for the top, let's get the bottom bun dressed. So, spread first. I believe next is lettuce. Tomato. Meat. And then dress the top bun with more spread. And here you can put in some pickles. Here's the top on this In-N-Out burger clone. Now I'm gonna try to do my best to wrap this in paper. I think they go from the top. I'm not sure exactly how it goes, but something like that. Here.
Which way is the top? Oh, you had it upside down.
Yeah. Here you go.
Okay, this looks really good. I feel like I'm in California for a second. That's really good, Dan.
You got animal fries to go with that? I've made 7 of these now. 1 for each of us in the family. We got 3 kids and 2 of us. First one was a double animal style. This one is a cheeseburger animal style. And I think I've got it nailed. The layering, lettuce, tomato, patty, cheese. Spread on both sides. Nice grilled buns. No sesame seeds. And the spread is like spot on. It's exactly like it. And that really thin patty with the crispy edges. That's really the special thing about In-N-Out, is a big, fat, thick, juicy burger is great. That's not always what you want. What you want is a really good balance of all the ingredients. I think a double-double has the right ratio, but this one has all the same flavors. It's really good. Look at that. Does not look just like the inside of a In-N-Out cheeseburger, animal style. Tastes like it too. And the paper gives you exactly the right tactile feeling that you need to have when you're imagining going to In-N-Out and eating one of their burgers. It's perfect. Well, that's it, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video. Sorry I'm talking with my mouth full, but sun's going down, the bugs are out. Gotta get it done, clean up, and call it a night. Thanks as always for watching. Hope you guys are enjoying yourselves. Hope you guys are having a good beginning of summer. It's not quite summer yet, but it's getting there. Thanks as always for watching. See you guys in the next one.